Should a pregnant woman be punished for exposing her fetus to risk? Yes. A woman's main and only priority when pregnant should be to the baby. The responsibility falls on the mother to be the healthiest she can possibly be to have high chances of having a healthy baby, lessening any complications for mom and baby. If a woman feels that she should not give up her unhealthy lifestyle because it is their choice and inconvenience or their prerogative to do as they please with their body, then do not proceed with motherhood. If the pleasure gained so much from drugs and alcohol is far too great, then you made your choice. Seek preventative measures to avoid pregnancy. In this day and age, we have contraceptives, morning after pills, and if all else fails, early abortion is an option. If a woman has no morals as to what she is subjecting her fetus to, potentially killing the fetus or exposing the unborn child to a lifelong full of abnormalities, disorders, and addictions, then she should not mind seeking early termination. There is no way a woman can say they do not believe in terminating their pregnancy when what they are doing is by far much more inhumane. Causing knowing harm to an unborn baby is and should always be punishable. Utilitarianism theory allows us to decide what is right and wrong, the basic foundation of morals. It should maximize the greatest of happiness and minimize harmful outcomes. If the woman's addiction and lifestyle is so great and brings her so much pleasure, then it is her choice to keep it as long as it is only her who is being affected. The fetus is another being that she is causing knowingly harm to. Therefore, it is her responsibility to minimize harmful outcomes. This is why we have available preventive measures. Utilitarianism theory entails positive benefit and negative outcomes of all persons affected. It is wrong if they produce the reverse. Utilitarianism theory allows us to decide what is right or wrong. It is the central role, our core of all our morals. Actions are right in proportion to their promotion and happiness, and wrong if they produce the reverse. The case of Whitner versus South Carolina, the defendant was prosecuted, charged with criminal child neglect. Whitner was charged for exposing her unborn child to cocaine use, endangering the livelihood of the unborn baby. South Carolina protects the fetus as a person out of the womb. They have the same rights as long as the fetus is viable. If a woman gets tested and results come back positive for alcohol or drug abuse, they will immediately get arrested and be put on treatment for their addiction. All states need to implement this, making it a national law. All pregnant women who pass their first trimester get mandatory tests regularly, and if they are tested positive within the first 27 weeks, get arrested as well as drug rehabilitation. It should not fall on the unborn child coming into the world to have a bad start in life, facing drug addiction and health complications due to the mother's selfish act and act out of ignorance. The state of Carolina concludes that a fetus having reached a period of prenatal maturity where it is capable of an independent life apart from its mother is a person that is going to have serious repercussions in life because of the actions the mother chose. In fact, studies show that babies born to addicted mothers is on the rise. This is a problem that needs to be held punishable in all court systems nationwide. Hospitals are filling up with babies in the NICU rooms because of this epidemic. Babies are being born with fetal alcohol spectrum, addictions to crack cocaine, opiate, nicotine, methadone, Adderall, and other drug addictions. Statistics estimated that since the year 2000, babies are 5 times more likely to be born with addictions. Every 20 minutes, a baby is born with an opiate withdrawal. In 2013, about 24,000 babies were born addicted to opiates. Wrong is wrong. Drugs and alcohol are not the only sources of harming or putting a woman's fetus at risk. High amounts of caffeine consumption, obesity, not following obstetrician orders while pregnant, all pose dangers to the unborn child fetus. Women who seek out fertility drugs, ignoring the conscious fact of putting an embryo at risk by having too many implanted at once. It is not only dangerous, but most time compromises the livelihood of all the fetuses. When the woman knowingly knows her actions are posing a health threat, she should be held accountable and prosecuted accordingly. The choice is yours. Don't be selfish. Questions to think about. Is the rights these women are subjecting their fetus to so great, bringing them so much happiness, that it surpasses their duty to want to have a healthy baby? If the greater good and pleasure they are subjecting themselves to, an unborn child to, so grand that regardless of the consequences, then why do they not seek out preventative measures? In concluding the research, it is without a doubt for everyone to acknowledge that drug use is illegal, period. With the intention to use or buy is a criminal offense. Subjecting another who has no control what goes into their body, especially when the mother is the sole and only source of what goes into the fetus, should be double the punishment. It gives no one the right to cause bodily harm onto another. As the utilitarian theory says, pleasure is fine when you are not causing harm onto another. In all of the United States, there is a law that protects mothers and helps with medical insurance. If a woman claims her addiction is too great to quit on her own and still wants to continue to term with the pregnancy and claims she is too poor to seek out treatment, there are programs that will open the doors to any and all moms to ensure the vitality of the fetus. They will never be denied medical treatment, and that includes rehabilitation that the state will cover financially. It is unnecessary for a child and mother to suffer. When you become a mother, you must do what is right for the baby. Giving birth to a healthy baby becomes your main priority.